Hi guys, and welcome to another Screen Reality Games video on War Thunder. My name's Monty, and today I'm going to be taking you through the Soviet Air Force's first plane that you get, the reserve plane, the first tier fighter, the first that you can get attacker, and the first that you can get as well on the bombers, which are tier 2 for the attacker and the tier 3s for the bombers. There's two bombers, so I'm just going to show you both, and you can make your mind up as you go along. So this one that you see on the screen at the moment is the reserve plane. It's nothing special. It's got 4 wings, best known to itself. It means the biplane. It's old, but like I say, it does its job. It flies around the sky. You can still shoot people down and things like that. So it's not bad. It's a bit fun. The second plane is the first fighter you can buy with the Silver Lions. It's practically exactly the same plane, but the machine guns are a little bit better, and it's a little bit quicker. So there you go. There's the tier 1 fighter. Third is the attacker plane. These are my favourite. You've got machine guns. You've got a back turret, so you've got a tail gunner trying to take down the baddies as well. And you've got bombs. You've got 4 bombs with the attacker plane. And when you've dropped the bombs, you've got about a minute to wait around. So you can use the machine guns to either take down ground targets or to do a little bit of dogfighting. The attack planes are definitely my favourite. But you can, again, download the game, give them a whirl, see what you think. The fourth is the first bomber you can get. As you can see, it's massive, it's huge, it's got all the grace and sophistication of a barn door gracefully falling through the sky. As you can see, you've got big machine guns here, you've got a tail gunner and things like that, but you can't control them. These are all turret guns, so as you're flying along, some gadgets in the plane are shooting them guns themselves. You've got no control over it. But you do have a little bit of control over the back gun, but unfortunately it means losing control of the plane. And it's just going to be leveled out, flying through the sky, being a big, massive target. So there you go. There's the first bomber that I've got to show you. Now, the second bomber, which kind of defeats the purpose of the name, because as you can see, with the starting weapons, you don't get any bombs. You get 3 machine guns and 2 turrets. You actually have to get the bombs after you've got some experience in each plane, which I kind of can see the point, because you've got your machine guns, but unfortunately this particular plane handles a bit like a yacht driving down the street. It's terrible. The best way I can describe it really is it's pissed. Really, it's like you turn it left, and then it turns left, and then it wallows a bit, and then it wobbles about, and it's not particularly. It does not handle at all. I've actually had a game as well where you dive bomb and you try and, well, say dive bomb, but you got no bombs. Dive attack with the machine guns at the enemy ground troops. And when you try and pull up, it does not pull up and things like that. I don't like this plane. I like my attack planes. And also, across the bottom bar is, excuse me, the tier 4 attacker plane, which I'm not going to show you today, like through the art of flight or the devastation of flight. You can pick which. Because, like I say, I'm only here to show you the first of each category kind of thing. Your reserve plane, your first fighter, your first attacker, and your first bombers. So, in no further ado, let's get cracking and show you some in-flight entertainment. Right guys, this is the starter plane, or the reserve plane as it's known in your hangar. Now, it's not particularly manoeuvrable. As you can see, it doesn't really handle like a fruit fly, but it does its job. It flies through the sky, and it shoots things. So yeah, like I say, it's a starter plane. I can't really say much about it really, considering it's like similarly built to a drum. But yeah, so there we go. There is the starter plane, which is now on fire. So let's see what's next. Now, this one here is the first fighter that you purchase with the Silver Lions. It's a biplane again, however, it is a lot more manoeuvrable than what the first planes are. Also, the machine guns are a lot more practical and they actually work a lot better, pack a lot more of a punch. And yeah, so there you go. There is the first fighter plane that you get with the Silver Lions. Now for the attacker. Right guys, this is the attack plane. As you can see, it's got two wings, thank God, but also it carries bombs. With the orange crosshairs that you see in the middle of the screen just above the plane, that is where the bombs are going to land, and when it turns red, fingers crossed like that, that's when you drop your bombs and it takes out stuff. But also, once those bombs are being dropped, you've got a minute to hang around to wait for the next lot to be loaded, so you can engage in a little bit of dogfighting, as you can see. So there you go. There is the attacker plane. Like I say, it is my favourite. So not that I'm biased, but they are really, really good. So next is the bomber plane. Right guys, here is the first of two bombers, I should have said before. As you can see, it's slow and it's terrible and it's pants, and also look at its handling. Look at it wobble around. It's horrible. It looks like a big bowl of jelly. And yeah, like I say, I really don't like this plane. In fact, I'm not really a massive fan of the bombers, but let's see if we can just shoot this guy down. Look at it handle terribly. You can't even outrun the starter plane. Look. Oh, look at that. That's appalling handling. Look at it. It's terrible. So, yeah. I think this is a note to just swiftly move on to the next bomber. So here we go. And finally, the bomber. Now, as you can see, I'm currently floating around in the clouds, but I'm right above the enemy ships. So, I think I'm meant to technically use that view, but I really, really don't like it. So, I'm going to dive bomb, as I normally do with the bomber, which, like I say, you're not really meant to do, but I do it anyway. It's the same crack as the attacker. You got your crosshairs, and when they turn red, you drop your bombs. And there they all go, all 6 of them. Now, the only thing is, with the bomber plane, is basically as soon as you've got rid of your bombs, that's it. You need to stick around for another minute for them to reload, which I don't particularly like. But like I say, the bomber's okay, but it is not my favourite, mainly because you can't do any dogfighting with it, and once you drop your bombs, basically you're just a giant barn door floating around in the sky for other people to shoot at. The tail gunners, they work, but not as good as if you could control the machine guns yourself. So there we go. There is the first 3 reserve planes. The first fighter plane that you get through the Silver Lions. The first attacker plane and the first bomber plane. So, I truly hope that you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to us, like us, leave your comments, and we'll see you next time. See you later.